Hello, welcome to our channel Learn to Score. In this video, I am going to discuss about trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. We are going to derive trigonometric ratios for 0 degrees angle, 30 degrees angle, 45 degrees angle, 60 degrees angle and 90 degrees angle. Okay, this is from trigonometry chapter for 10th class mathematics. I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thank you. In the previous video, we learnt about trigonometric ratios, right? What are those? Sin theta equal to length of opposite side to angle theta divided by length of hypotenuse, right? In a right angle triangle, if theta is an acute angle, sin theta is defined as length of opposite side to angle theta divided by length of hypotenuse, right? Cos theta is length of adjacent side divided by length of hypotenuse, right? Tan theta is defined as sin theta by cos theta or length of opposite side to angle theta divided by length of adjacent side to angle theta. Cosec theta is 1 by sin theta, that is equal to length of hypotenuse divided by length of opposite side to angle theta, right? Sec theta is 1 by cos theta, that is equal to length of hypotenuse divided by length of adjacent side. And cot theta is 1 by tan theta, that is length of adjacent side divided by length of opposite side, right? In this video, we are going to learn about values of trigonometric ratios for various angles. Theta equal to 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees, right? To begin with, let's learn trigonometric ratios for 45 degrees angle. Consider an isosceles and right angle triangle, triangle ABC. When you say an isosceles triangle, what does it mean? A triangle having two sides of equal length is called an isosceles triangle, right? So when you draw a triangle like ABC, two sides of this particular triangle are equal. AB is of units, A units length, and BC is also of A units length. It means AB, length AB equal to length BC, right? We know that the side opposite to 90 degrees angle is called hypotenuse, right? In this particular case, AC is going to be hypotenuse, right? When you say that my angle theta is angle A, then the side opposite to theta is going to be BC, and the side the side adjacent to theta is going to be AB, right? Let's take a note of that. BC is the opposite side, right? Because that is opposite to angle theta here, and its length is A units, and AB is the adjacent side to angle theta, right? Its length is also A units, and hypotenuse is AC, right? But here we don't know what is its length, right? It is a right angle triangle and we know lengths of two sides of this particular triangle, right? Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle and right angle triangle, right? We know lengths of two sides of the triangle, A and A. The third side we have to find. So Pythagoras theorem comes handy here. Pythagoras theorem says that square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, right? It means AC square, that is hypotenuse square, equal to AB square plus BC square, right? We know the values of BC and AB. Let's substitute. So that AC square is going to be equal to 2A square, right? So AC is going to be square root of 2A square, okay? Then I can write it as AC equal to square root of 2 times A, right? Now we know the value of AC also, square root of 2 times A. We know that sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, right? It means angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. Since we know angle B is equal to 90 degrees, right? This is the right angle. So angle A plus angle C is going to be equal to 90 degrees, right? Since AB and BC are of equal length, because the triangle is an isosceles triangle, right? We know that in an isosceles triangle, two sides are of equal length and two angles are going to be equal. What are those angles? The angles opposite to the equal sides. Okay, the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. It means angle C, okay, is equal to angle A, right? Angle A equal to angle C. That's what we have written here. If angle A equal to angle C, then I can write angle A plus angle C as angle A plus angle A, that is equal to 2 times angle A, that is equal to 90 degrees, right? It means angle A is equal to 45 degrees. Understood? Angle A equal to 45 degrees. So sine 45 degrees, we can write it as opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is BC, already we said that. And hypotenuse is AC, right? We know BC is of length A units and AC is root 2 times A, right? That's why the sine 45 is going to be equal to 1 by root 2. Understood? Cos 45 can be written as AB by AC. AB is adjacent side and AC is hypotenuse, right? So AB value is A units and AC is root 2 times A units. That's why cos 45 degrees can be written as 1 by root 2, right? Tan 45 degrees is BC by AB, meaning opposite side to angle theta, that is 45 degrees, divided by adjacent side to angle theta, that is A by A, that is equal to 1, right? Now we can find, since we know sine 45 degrees, cosec 45 degrees is going to be equal to 1 by sine 45, that is equal to root 2, right? Cos 45 degrees is 1 by root 2. It means sec 45 degrees is also equal to root 2, because that is 1 by cos 45. Tan 45 degrees is 1. It means cot 45 degrees is also equal to 1, because that is 1 by tan 45. Understood? Please take a note of these values. Now let's get trigonometric ratios for 60 degrees angle. Consider an equilateral triangle, triangle ABC. What does it mean by equilateral triangle? A triangle of all equal sized sides is called equilateral triangle. Means in equilateral triangle, all the sides are going to be of equal length, right? It means AB equal to BC equal to AC. Here I am using A units. It means AB is A units and BC is A units and AC is also equal to A units, right? We know that sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, right? In equilateral triangle, all the angles are going to be equal. It means angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. That's what the sum of the angles is saying. And since all the angles are same, it means 3A is equal to 180 degrees. A equal to 180 degrees by 3, that is equal to 60 degrees, right? Angle A is going to be 60 degrees, angle B is going to be 60 degrees, and angle C is also going to be 60 degrees, right? Now let's draw a line CD perpendicular to AB. Okay, when you draw a line perpendicular to AB, which touches point C or the vertex C, then you see that CD divides triangle ABC into two right angle triangles. Okay, one is triangle ADC and other is triangle BDC, right? ADC is shown in orange color, right? BDC is in white color. Now, when you look at these two triangles, what you can say? Angle A is 60 degrees, we know, right? And angle D is 90 degrees, we know. And angle C, as of now, we don't know. Of course, we know that a perpendicular bisector is going to make it half. It means angle C is also split into two parts, equal parts, 30 degrees and 30 degrees. But let's not jump in and say that that is 30 degrees. Okay. Anyway, that is not needed for us as of now. Once you know that angle A equal to 60 degrees and angle D equal to 90 degrees, let's look at the other triangle. Angle B is 60 degrees, right? And angle D is 90 degrees here, right? For BDC also, you have two angles known, that is one is 60 degrees and other is 90 degrees. Look at WA criterion of similarity of triangles. It says that when two of the corresponding angles of the triangle are equal, their corresponding sides are proportional and the triangles are similar. Okay. Angle A is corresponding to angle B, that both are equal to 60 degrees, and angle D equal to 90 degrees in both the triangles, right? So it means two of the corresponding angles of these two triangles, triangle ADC and triangle BDC, are same, right? So you can say that these two triangles are similar, right? Triangle ADC is similar to triangle BDC. That's what WA criterion of similarity of triangles is saying. We know that based on basic proportionality theorem, when two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are going to be proportional, right? What are the corresponding sides? Here AC is the hypotenuse of this triangle and here BC is the hypotenuse, right? And AD is the base and BD is the base for this triangle. And CD is height for this triangle and CD is height for this triangle also, right? Now we know what are the corresponding sides. They are proportional. Okay. When you say that, you can write it as AD by BD, that is equal to AC by BC, that is equal to CD by CD. Okay. You have CD by CD, that is equal to 1, right? For that reason, we can say that AC by BC equal to 1 and AD by BD equal to 1. Understood? When AD by BD equal to 1, what does it mean? It means that AD equal to BD, right? AD equal to BD means, since we know that AB, that is equal to A units, that is equal to AD plus BD, right? Or AD plus DB you can write. So since AD equal to BD, you can say that AD is equal to A by 2 and BD is equal to A by 2, right? Now we know this is A by 2, right? This is A, and what is this length? We don't know that, right? Let us consider right angle triangle, triangle ADC. Triangle ADC is shown in orange color, right? And we apply Pythagoras theorem here because one of the sides is not known. CD, length of CD is what we don't know for this right angle triangle. AC is A units and AD is A by 2 units, right? Now with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can find what is the length of CD. So Pythagoras theorem says that AC square equal to CD square plus AD square, right? It means A square equal to CD square plus A by 2 whole square. A by 2 whole square can be written as A square by 4. Let's write that. CD square equal to A square minus A by 2 whole square, that is equal to A square minus A square by 4, that can be written as 3A square by 4. CD square is equal to 3A square by 4. It means CD is equal to root 3A divided by 2. Please note this. CD equal to root 3 times A divided by 2. Got it? Now you see AD equal to A by 2, AC equal to A, and CD equal to root 3A divided by 2. Now we know three sides of the right angle triangle, triangle ADC, right? Let's consider acute angle, angle A, that is 60 degrees, right? Why we are considering 60 degrees angle here? Because we are interested in finding trigonometric ratios for 60 degrees angle. Now, if you consider this, then CD is going to be opposite to this angle, right? And AD is going to be adjacent side to this angle, and AC is the hypotenuse of this particular right angle triangle, right? And we have lengths for all these sides. With the help of these lengths, we can find trigonometric ratios, values of trigonometric ratios for 60 degrees angle, right? Sin 60 degrees angle can be written as CD by AC. CD is opposite side and AC is hypotenuse, right? That is going to be root 3 by 2. Sin 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. What is cos 60 degrees? Cos 60 degrees can be written as AD by AC. AD is opposite side and AC is hypotenuse, right? When you say AD is opposite to acute angle A equal to 60 degrees, right? So that is equal to 1 by 2. Cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2. Tan 60 degrees can be written as sin 60 degrees divided by cos 60 degrees. That is going to be equal to root 3. Got it? Now, since we know sin 60 degrees, cosec 60 degrees is going to be 1 by sin 60 degrees, that is equal to 2 by root 3, right? Cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2. It means sec 60 degrees is going to be 2, because that is equal to 1 by cos 60, right? Tan 60 degrees is root 3. It means cot 60 degrees is 1 by root 3, because it is 1 by tan 60 degrees. Got it? Let us now obtain trigonometric ratios for 30 degrees angle. For that, let us consider the same equilateral triangle ABC, right? We know that AB equal to BC equal to AC, that is equal to A units, right? We have done this already. Angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C, right? That's why every angle is equal to 180 by 3, that is equal to 60 degrees. It means angle A equal to 60 degrees, angle B equal to 60 degrees, and angle C is also equal to 60 degrees, right? Now, we have seen that when you draw a perpendicular line CD, what you have seen is it is going to divide the the triangle into two equal right angle triangles, right? Now let us consider only one right angle triangle, that is triangle ADC, which is shown in the figure with yellow color, right? We are not going to look at the other part of the triangle. Okay, once you consider only orange triangle in orange color, what you have here is a right angle triangle, right? Angle D equal to 90 degrees here, and angle A equal to 60 degrees. And angle C is going to be 30 degrees, because sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, right? It means angle A plus angle D plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. That's why you say that angle C is 30 degrees, right? In triangle ADC, angle C is 30 degrees. Now we have 30 degrees angle. Okay, trigonometric ratios for 30 degrees angle we want to write, right? For that reason, we want to have 30 degrees angle in the triangle of our interest. Now in triangle ADC, angle C is 30 degrees, right? We have seen that AD equal to A by 2 units, right? Because it is part of AB in the triangle ABC, right? And CD we have already found that it is equal to root 3 times A divided by 2. We have AD equal to A by 2, CD equal to root 3A by 2, and AC is equal to A units, right? Once we know all these, we can write trigonometric ratios for angle C, right? Now let us consider acute angle C. For that, we know that for this particular triangle, AC is the hypotenuse, and for 30 degrees angle, the opposite side is going to be AD. Please note this. Opposite side is AD and adjacent side is CD, right? Please note this. For 30 degrees angle, opposite side is AD and adjacent side is CD. CD is root 3 a by 2, and this is a units and this is a by 2 units, right? Now, what we are going to do is we are going to write trigonometric ratios for 30 degrees angle. It means sine 30 degrees can be written as opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side here is AD, that's why it is AD by AC. That is going to be 1 by 2, because A by 2 divided by A is 1 by 2. Sine 30 degrees is 1 by 2. Cos 30 degrees can be written as adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is here is CD, right? CD is root 3a divided by 2 and AC is a units. That's why it is root 3 by 2. Cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. Now tan 30 degrees is sine 30 degrees divided by cos 30 degrees, right? That can be written as 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2, that is equal to 1 by root 3. Now we know sine 30 degrees. What is going to be cosec 30 degrees? 1 by sine 30 degrees, that is equal to 2. And cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. It means sec 30 degrees is going to be 2 by root 3. Right? 1 by cos 30 is sec 30. That is 2 by root 3. Tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3. It means cot 30 degrees is going to be just root 3. Right? 1 by tan 30 degrees is root 3. Got it? Now let's obtain trigonometric ratios for 0 degrees angle. Okay. Let us consider a right angle triangle, triangle ABC as shown in the figure. Right? Angle B is 90 degrees here. Right? And let us look at angle A. What happens? For this particular right angle triangle, AC is hypotenuse. Right? And angle A is the acute angle. Right? For example, if you consider angle A, which is an acute angle, what is its opposite side? Its opposite side is going to be BC. Right? For angle A, the adjacent side is going to be AB. Right? Now, what I'll do is, I'll shrink angle A. As of now, this is slightly around 60 degrees maybe, or 45 degrees, something like that, right? Or maybe 40 degrees. If I shrink this angle A, what will happen to side BC and what will happen to side AC? Just let us take a look at that. When you shrink, side BC length is coming down, right? And side AC length is also changing. We have to see what is happening to that. Now you shrink further, BC is coming further down and AC is also changing, right? Now, if angle A goes to 0, then what happens is AC is going to be equal to AB, because AC is going to lie on line AB, right? When angle is 0 degrees, when this angle goes to 0 degrees, line AC is falling exactly on AB. That's why AC goes to AB and BC goes to 0, right? When angle A goes to 0, BC goes to 0. So let me write what happens to these two sides when angle A equal to 0. When angle A equal to 0, BC is equal to 0 and AC equal to AB, right? Now we know three sides of the triangle when angle A equal to 0, right? We can write trigonometric ratios now for 0 degrees angle. Sine 0 degrees is going to be BC by AC, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. BC is going to be 0, right? That's what we said when angle A equal to 0, right? And AC is going to be equal to AB, that's what we said. So sine 0 degrees equal to BC by AC, that is 0 by AC equal to 0. And cos 0 degrees equal to AB by AC, that is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Okay, in this case, AB is going to be AC, or you can say that AC is going to be AB. In both the cases, cos 0 degrees is going to be 1. I can write it as AB by AB also, right? That is equal to 1. Now, tan 0 degrees is going to be sine 0 degrees divided by cos 0 degrees. That is 0 by 1, that is equal to 0, right? Cosec 0 degrees can be written as 1 by sine 0 degrees, right? That is going to be 1 by 0. We don't know the value of 1 by 0. That's why we write it as not defined, right? We know cos 0 degrees is 1. It means sec 0 degrees is also going to be 1 because it is 1 by cos 0. Then we have cot 0 degrees, right? Cot 0 degrees can be written as 1 by tan 0 degrees, that is 1 by 0. As we said earlier, we don't know the value of the number when denominator is 0, right? That's why we say that it is not defined. Please note this. Let us write trigonometric ratios for 90 degrees angle now. Let us consider a right angle triangle, triangle ABC, as shown in the figure, and define trigonometric ratios for angle A. Here, angle A is one of the acute angles, right? For that, we want to write trigonometric ratios. Angle B here is 90 degrees. The side opposite to 90 degrees angle is called hypotenuse. That's why AC is hypotenuse. Since we are interested in angle A, the side opposite to angle A is called opposite side, that is BC, right? And the side adjacent to angle A is AB, that is called adjacent side, right? Now, we know that angle A and angle C are acute angles, right? Also, we can say that since angle B is 90 degrees, angle A plus angle C is going to be 90 degrees. What it is telling? If angle A is increasing, then angle C has to decrease, right? If angle C is increasing, angle A should be decreasing such that their sum is going to be equal to 90 degrees, right? It means if angle A increases, C is going to decrease. If angle C increases, angle A is going to decrease, right? Now, if you shrink the angle C, then A is going to grow, right? I'm shrinking angle C. It means angle A is going to grow, right? Now, what you can say, when angle C goes to 0 degrees, angle A is going to 90 degrees because angle A plus angle C equal to 90 degrees. And from the figure, you have seen that as angle C is going to 0, AB is shrinking, right? It means it is going to 0. And AC is going to be equal to BC because line AC falls on line BC when angle C equal to 0, right? It means when angle C equal to 0, I can say that angle A equal to 90 degrees, then AB is 0 and AC is equal to BC. Got it? When angle C equal to 0 or when angle A equal to 90 degrees, AB is going to be 0 and AC is going to be BC. With that, we can write now trigonometric ratios for 90 degrees angle, right? For angle A, we know that opposite side is BC, right? And the adjacent side is AB. And for this particular right angle triangle, AC is the hypotenuse, right? Using that, we can write trigonometric ratios for angle A, that is equal to 90 degrees. Sine 90 degrees is going to be BC by AC. BC is opposite side and AC is hypotenuse, right? So that can be written as AC by AC. That's why it is equal to 1. Sine 90 degrees is 1. Cos 90 degrees is AB by AC, right? AB is adjacent side and AC is hypotenuse. So that's why it is 0 by AC, that is equal to 0. Now tan 90 degrees is going to be sine 90 divided by cos 90, that is equal to 1 by 0. Anything by 0, we don't know the value. That's why we say that it is not defined. Tan 90 degrees is not defined. Sine 90 degrees, we know 1. It means cosec 90 degrees is going to be 1 by 1, that is equal to 1. And cos 90 degrees is 0. It means sec 90 degrees is going to be 1 by 0, that is equal to not defined, right? We don't know the value of 1 by 0. And when it comes to cot 90 degrees, you can write it as 1 by tan 90 degrees, that is equal to 1 by 0, that is equal to 0. Otherwise, you say that cos 90 degrees divided by sine 90 degrees. Okay. Cos 90 divided by sine 90. Cos 90 is 0 and sine 90 is 1. That's why cot 90 equal to 1. Sorry, cot 90 equal to 0. Understood? Now, let's put everything together what we have obtained. Trigonometric ratios for specific angles. The angles you have considered are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. In this table, when you look at, you have sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. For different angles, what are these function values? That's what this table is going to give you, right? One has to remember this table, okay, to solve problems based on trigonometric ratios for specific angles. Okay. I hope you like the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Learn to Score. Thank you.